On your mark, get set. Let's go.
I can't do it. We'll do it live. Do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
Mister, will you please wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up, wake up?
Good morning, Kevin Durant. You should have left California.
This brownsexual upset me in having to bring this teenage idiot from Wisconsin into a sports conversation. Are you really surprised the Cowboys are giving up on Ezekiel Elliott?
Whoa. Hell no! Well, no one cares about baseball.
Bitch, are you for real?
Time for Anaheim, Azusa, and Cucamonga. All aboard! That's not the one I use. The one I use is this one. Good morning. Welcome to the fabulous, fantastic football wild card Friday edition of Snowman in the Morning. Glad to have y'all with us. You can follow us online by subscribing to Snowman Multimedia on YouTube. You can watch us every day, Monday through Friday at this time on the BS3 network on Roku. Look at your Roku device and download BS3 network. You can also take us with you via TuneIn, via WIRU in IRUDB in Chicago, WTLB in Milwaukee, and many other stations that we are getting hooked up with across the country. If you want to help us out, you can drop a cash app to either ID that you see at the top of your screen, either Tallman Dr. K50 for myself or $ host Cole Johnson for my partner, who I told to start the show and I would join for hour 2, but I couldn't get back to sleep because I stayed up all night working. So this 50-year-old pulled an all-nighter, and I'm gonna grind through the show and I'm ready to roll. I am ready to roll this morning. The Hawk TV says, good morning, everybody. Good morning to you, my friend. Sig Diggy was the first one in the house. Says good morning, good afternoon, evening, and good night, and the same to you. And he also says, if you got paid today, best time to play just got paid by Johnny Kemp. And I know many people are saying that. And I don't even have to say this aloud. I don't have to use my voice because all I have to do is push a button for Sig Diggy with the voice of
You're despicable.
One of my favorite lines. I love saying that to people. Getting our audio connections together as I am late in pushing those buttons. I apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen. A Pizzle in the house with us saying good morning. Good morning to all, and to you, Victor, in my hometown of Chicago. And like I said, as mentioned, you can join us via Patreon to help build the show, or drop us a cash app today through the show as well to help both of us, my partner and myself, and our company. Here's the Friday question of the day, and it goes like this. Which wild card game are you looking forward to this weekend? You know the lineup we have on Friday. Sam Shady will join us at the bottom of hour 1, Ben Sutter at the top of hour 2, and, of course, the incomparable, the legendary Chris Bass will join us at the bottom of hour 2. You know the game I'm looking forward to. I mean, it's no secret that I am a 49er fan, and I have been such since 1982, technically since 81. And I'm looking forward to seeing the 49ers absolutely demobilize the Seattle Seahawks. Now, of course, I had Rod Peterson on my afternoon show yesterday. And of course, the phrase comes in, well, it's hard to beat a team a third time. No, it ain't. No, it's not. No, it is not. I will get this out of the way right now, and I'm going to try to get Mike Debate on as well. If not, I'll get him for the Brian Snow Show this afternoon to do some picks. That's one thing we're going to do today. We're going to do our wild card picks as well. I see no way in hell that the Seattle Seahawks can keep up with my beloved 49ers. Now, I know, not only as a fan, as a football fan, but as a journalist, which I have been for over 20 years, the playoffs are a different animal. I know they're a different animal. I understand they're a different animal. But if you looked at the first two games, rather, that San Francisco and Seattle played, in particular the one in Seattle, the score 21-13 in Seattle was closer than the game was because the 49ers, in particular their defense, dominated that game. They dominated that game. And the turning point of that game was the fumble that was forced at the end of the first half, in which the 49ers turned into a touchdown. That turned a 7-3 lead into a 14-3 lead. And then coming out of the locker room, the Niners took it right down the field and scored on a 54-yard touchdown pass from Brock Purdy to George the Animal Kittle, the best tight end in the league. That made it 21-3, and it was 21-13. And, of course, Trey Lance got injured in week 2 of the season, and the 49ers won that game by a count of 27-7. So all told, 48-20 was the combined final scores of the two games. My partner is now in the house on this Friday. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good. And you?
I'm good, man. My wife made some banana bread. I'm using the Sugar Rush to get me through the next couple of hours because you know what's going to happen next. I'm going to download the programs I need, and I'm going to fall flat on my face.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel good. I feel good. The question of the day is, which playoff game, which wild card game, because it is Super Wild Card Weekend, which wild card game are you looking forward to? And the Hawk TV, no, George Kittle is not the LeBron James of tight ends. In fact, he's the people's tight end, you fool. And as the people's champ described himself in the Super Bowl introduction, my man can block, he'll catch a pass, he'll lay the smackdown on your candy ass.
If you smell
what the rock is cooking. Doggone it. You know, I suspect that George the Animal Kittle is going to have a hell of a game this weekend, because if you think about it, the two games they played, the second half of the season is when Kittle came alive.
Right.
They're going to like turn the running game loose because Seattle has a porous run defense.
Well, I mean, to me, even if the Seahawks had a good run defense, you were going to see the 49ers run, but
all day long.
Yeah. But I get what you're saying. We might see a repeat performance of what they did 3 years ago, the divisional round against the Vikings, where did Garoppolo even throw the ball 10 times in that game?
I don't think he threw the ball 10 times in either the divisional nor the NFC Championship game.
Yeah.
He didn't throw listen, when you have a healthy backfield with the dynamic Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel, Kyle Juszczyk, and Elijah Mitchell, oh boy. Not to mention Jordan Mason. Not to mention the rookie Jordan Mason, who busted a 56-yard run at the end of the second game.
I have said this and I'll continue to say this, and of course
Please do.
this is coming from an offensive lineman. The best friend of any quarterback is a running game.
Mm-hmm.
And his second best friend is a defensive line. And the reason why his own defensive line.
Mm-hmm.
Reason being is that the defensive line can get the ball back to the quarterback if the pass rush is nice and the run stop is styled. And the running game doesn't have the quarterback to have the whole weight of the game on his shoulders.
Right.
So when those two components are good and solid, you can have the quarterback free wheel like we have been seeing with Brock Purdy in this rise from Mr. Irrelevant to possible Super Bowl champion just by his play.
You know, here's a stat that a lot of people are overlooking, including our favorite troll. You know, since Brock Purdy took over, the 49ers are averaging 33.6 points per game.
See, there's a reason why a couple of weeks ago I actually said to you, I think your search for the future for future
right,
49ers quarterback
right
is over.
It's right there.
And it's right there with number 13. I
Mhm.
said it for a reason, and it is because that offense fluidly runs. And even with Garoppolo, and he's done a really good job.
Listen, go. I will always back Jimmy. I will always back Jimmy G. But the way that Brock Purdy runs this offense and controls this offense, it's like it's another level with Brock Purdy, who of course played 4 years at Iowa State University.
Yeah. Did he start all 4 years?
He started all 4 years.
That's what I thought.
He started 3 years in high school, started all 4 at Iowa State, and I believe he was in contention for Big 12 Player of the Year at Iowa State.
I
believe
think
he was.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was pretty good at Iowa State.
If
He
there
was
was
really
one
good at Iowa State.
constant name on the lips of folks in the Big 12 during Purdy's time at Iowa State, it was him.
Yeah.
It was Brock Purdy.
So I find it funny, and I laugh that people wanted to, of course, if you're the last player chosen in any draft, you're labeled Mr. Irrelevant.
Mr. Irrelevant. That's strange.
I find it funny that they wanted to stick with that label with him for about the first 2-3 weeks. And I think it was actually against the game against the Seahawks in Seattle, where I believe that label just got burnt off him.
You know the game where I burned the label off of him? The blowout against Tampa Bay. Because there were 2 dimes he dropped in the first half of that game. The one to McCaffrey that made it 21-0, and the one to Brandon Ayuk, which made it 28-0.
Now I'll say this to you. Now when Garoppolo went down and Purdy, it really doesn't count as a start, but he basically started the game. He played most of it against the Dolphins. I looked at how that offense operated, and I'm like, wow. It's almost as if Garoppolo went into the locker room, changed jerseys, came back, and executed the same way. And to me, it was then the same way, because I was like, okay, I don't see a drop off. I do strategically see what they did in terms of playbook.
Yeah,
because the playbook, of course, was narrowed down a little, so I understand that.
It's like,
and you can see it.
It's like Montana and Young all over again.
Mm-hmm.
It's like Montana and Young all over again, because you had Montana, who ruled the roost for 11 years, and then a more mobile quarterback in Steve Young came in and got into that West Coast offense.
Mm-hmm.
You're basically seeing that all over again, and people are going to call me crazy for making that comparison. But look at the games. Look at the footage. Look at the footage.
People are in a rush to, and they have been in a rush for almost a decade, to label Tom Brady the greatest quarterback of all time, and even some stupid fools actually label him the greatest football player of all time.
I just ate breakfast.
I know, but
I get the point.
But people forget this guy was a 6th round draft pick, and he languished on the bench for a full year and the first 2 games of his second year. And you people forget that. And
people also forget that there was a tuck rule that was inserted for 1 play.
And so for the first couple of years, maybe even 3, that playbook was like this for him.
Mhm. It was thin.
Yeah,
I mean,
know,
Brock Purdy has the whole playbook at his disposal.
and that's where I was going to go. That's what I was saying. At the game in Seattle, I actually got a chance to witness that playbook expand, and I didn't think it would expand so wide and so fast.
You know the play of that game?
Oh yeah,
Two
the,
fake passes.
the double fake, the double fake pass, and
The
then
fake to
hitting it across the
McLeod,
middle.
the fake to McLeod to his left, the fake to McCaffrey to his right. And Seattle, I got a question. Why did
That
you
was
let
beautiful.
George Kittle go free
That
over
was
the middle?
that was beautiful. Well,
I mean,
football one
who would have been who else would have been the target?
football 101. They figured, okay, well, the linebacker was going to be on Kittle, so they figured, okay, cool, we got Kittle. But then he sees these pump fakes, so he sees one go to one direction.
Yep.
And then when Purdy goes in the other direction, he's like, okay, well, I got the flat. That the guy who's covering Kittle says, I got the flat. So he rushes toward the flat. Nothing but green and blue in front of Kittle.
Kittle's wide open.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, Kittle caught 2 wide open touchdown passes in that game in Seattle, week 15.
Yeah. And to me,
because the dime he dropped to George Kittle to start the third quarter,
right,
and that drive to start the third period.
Yeah, because to me, if you have a rookie and you can have him do things like that and be comfortable in the pocket, chances are the coaching staff has a lot of trust in him, and obviously the other 10 on the field do too.
Yeah, they love Brock Purdy. They absolutely love Brock Purdy.
Yeah,
I mean, and as I'm looking and studying the film, how can you not? I mean, there's been all kinds of notes coming out throughout the course of the week saying we're going to make Brock Purdy uncomfortable. No, you're not. Not the way he runs that offense.
It's going to be difficult to make him uncomfortable when you have a running game that goes well, a team that is married to balance on offense, and something that is not really talked about with 49ers. That offensive line is pretty good.
The offensive line throughout the course of this, now I outlined
and for the most part, healthy, but they're pretty good.
I outlined this at the top of the season. The interior offensive line,
that's the most important part,
was an Achilles heel the first 2 games of the year, including the first game against Seattle.
Right.
As the season went on through Garoppolo and through Purdy, the offensive line has not only gotten better, they've gotten stronger, and they've gotten different schemes to keep folks off of Brock Purdy.
Yeah.
And that's scary when you have a team as hot as San Francisco, as hot as the 49ers have been. Look at the 5 across the front. When their play began to elevate after the Denver game, when everything broke down, when their play began to elevate after the Denver game, you could see it game by game.
Yeah,
I don't remember asking you a thing.
Thank you.
No problem, sir.
You could see them coming together game by game. You know, and there were questions of what the 49ers were going to do at center after Alex Mack retired.
Yeah.
Because he stabilized them for 2 seasons.
Yeah, because that was one of the biggest talks of the offseason with them. Yeah.
They were wondering what they were going to do. Man, this offensive line has just gotten better. And they got stronger.
And it's because I looked, all right, just to give you all understanding, because I had to understand the offensive lineman in me has guided me to how I look at games on with box scores.
Same.
So I look at rushing attempts, I look at sacks, both offense and defense. Whoever's gotten sacks defensively and who allowed sacks on their quarterback. Before I look anywhere else, before I even look at yards. After that, I do look at rushing yards after that, but I look at carries first, because if I see a high amount of carries, I'm seeing a team that trusts the system well, even if it doesn't go well, even if it's like 30 carries for 90 yards.
Yeah,
They actually are like, okay, we're married to balance, and we want to protect the defense. And I'm cool with that because I think that's how you're supposed to do it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I mean, there have
and
been games where the 49ers have started slow in the running game.
And every time I have looked, even with Garoppolo, every game Garoppolo started this year, and definitely every game Purdy started this year, it has been a nice balance between 27 and 32 rushes and between 25 to 30 attempts passing. I'm like, that's exactly how you're supposed to do it offensively.
Here's another thing. Here's another thing. I'm looking at the 49ers have rushed for over 2,000 yards as a team.
Yeah.
4.7 yards per carry.
Yeah.
And 4.7 yards per carry. And that's regular season. Imagine the hell they're going to raise in the playoffs.
This is the messed up part. Who are you going to key on in the running game to stop? Wilson, Mitchell, McCaffrey, Debo. I mean,
who are you going to stop?
I mean, who are you going to stop? Who can you key on?
This is the play in the first quarter that won the game for San Francisco and Seattle.
Fake toss, 2 fake tosses, and then to Kittle over the middle.
Beautifully
touchdown, San Francisco.
Here's that execution.
And the way that they have gotten Kittle involved the second half of the year, because the words were out there. Who's I've said all along, who's going to guard George Kittle? Who's going to take George Kittle? And I've had people tell me, well, they take Kittle out of the offense. Not so fast.
No, they didn't take Kittle out of the offense. It was more along the lines of
the embarrassment of riches for the 49er offense.
Yeah, it was more along the lines of who was going to carry the load for that particular game. And oh, by the way, they actually had a new toy that they wanted to ingratiate into the offense in McCaffrey. So in the midst of that, unfortunately, there's going to be, in terms of number, not in terms of production or in terms of play on the field, but just in terms of numbers, there's going to be some suffrage on it because you have not heard Debo's number called all that often in the passing game. And it's not because of fault of him or the coaching staff.
No, not at all.
And the same thing with Kittle. So to me, I had to understand. Okay, so they're trying to make sure they understand. They're trying to make sure that McCaffrey is comfortable in the system to learn everything offensively. And once he gets settled, everybody else is going to eat. And what happened? What has happened, sir?
They got settled, and everybody's eating. Everybody's eating. Speaking of George the Animal Kittle in his 6th year out of Iowa, the last 4 games of the pulling up his stats right now, courtesy of NFL.com. Do you know that the last 4 games of the year, 7 touchdowns. The last 4 games of the year. 2 against Seattle, 2 against the Redskins, 1 against the Raiders, and 2 against the Cardinals. 7 touchdowns in the last 4 games.
And that only makes a quarterback even more dangerous because when you have the safety valve, the talent of George Kittle.
He has 11 touchdowns this year. Talking about George Kittle.
And
Purdy's 11 have come in the last 4 games.
And Purdy's unafraid to throw it anywhere.
Thank you.
Because I actually started to see a Brandon Ayuk sighting later on this year too, because earlier we didn't hear too much about him.
Well, it's like you just said, they had to get everybody involved.
Right.
They had to make sure to get everybody involved, especially when they swung the trade for Christian McCaffrey and pissed off the Bills. They pissed off the Rams, and they pissed off everybody else that wanted to take a shot at McCaffrey. And the 49ers, think about it. The 49ers were not supposed to get McCaffrey.
No.
Because we said on this show and off the air, the team that should have gotten him was the Buffalo Bills.
Oh, the team that should have broken their backs to get him was the Buffalo Bills. And yeah,
the 49ers flew under the radar because no one expected them to make a move for Christian McCaffrey. No one expected the 49ers to make a move for Christian McCaffrey. They were sitting at 3-4 at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then all of a sudden, they were sitting at 3-4.
Yeah, and that was after. Yeah, that's after the L. They took it home to the Chiefs.
They took an L to the. Actually, this is the L they took to Atlanta.
The game after. That's right. That's right.
Yep. This is the L they took to Atlanta.
Yeah.
This is after they took an L to Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
When my phone went crazy.
Oh yeah, I know people were talking mad noise and trash.
Listen, I was half asleep when the trade was swung.
Mm-hmm.
I was half asleep.
Mm-hmm.
And all of a sudden, my phone just started going crazy. I said, what is going on here? And then I see the words McCaffrey to 49ers. And I went, oh, hell. My wife woke up and said, what? I said, you remember when we were talking about Christian McCaffrey? She sat right up and went, no, they did. I'm like, yes, they did. And my wife goes, oh boy. My wife, who's a Colts fan, knows the value of Christian McCaffrey, especially when healthy, which was the first question we had.
And that was
talked about the deal.
Yeah, that was the only issue I had with him. I was like, talent, I had no issue with that. Ability, come on, really? I mean,
Christian McCaffrey has done something only Marshall Faulk and Roger Craig have done.
Right,
1,000
season. You know, I mean, the talent this guy has is ridiculous. The ability he has is through the roof. And
did y'all see him at Stanford?
Yeah, and when healthy, the dude can elevate an offense.
Yes.
My only issue was health because
they ran him into the ground.
Because the Panthers ran him. They ran him so far under the ground, you had to dig about 8 feet underneath to pull him out from the dirt.
And I mean, Carolina's and because of Matt Rule and that coaching system, he missed 2 years. Yeah. He basically missed 2 years.
Yeah,
so because when we come back, we got Sam Shady on the other side, and we'll talk more playoffs, wild card weekend, playoffs. You kidding me? Playoffs.
Love you, Jim Morris Sr.
Thank you. Back after this.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
There's a 100% chance of a laugh thunderstorm. 4 men with different viewpoints take a movie, show, or documentary and review it uncensored, unfiltered, uncompromised, with no holds barred. Join BS3, Wilkes, King Doc, and H-Rap B as they take on Hollywood their own way. BS3 Network proudly presents The Forecast, where H-Rap B always predicts,
if I owe you something, I ain't got it. And if you need it, get it from God.
Live every Monday at 8:30 p.m. Central. Check your local listings for your viewing and listening pleasure.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play. Nerd Focus, smarter than energy.
Are you waking up in the morning with a sore jaw, headaches, maybe even ringing in your ears, all because you're grinding and clenching your teeth at night? That's exactly what was going on with me. That's when I found this, the Brux Night Guard. Now, the Brux Night Guard redirects the bite force away from the back teeth, reducing jaw pain while still protecting the teeth. This unique design is what makes Brux Night Guard different from all other traditional grind guards. Go to BruxNightGuard.com and order yours today.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free and we'll even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
'Cause we take this job so serious.
I'm sorry. I did that all wrong. My bad.
Do it right, will you?
Oh, God. Brother guest, I'm so glad, Ryan, that you here on Coffee with McCarthy. I love you.
Oh, Lord, you beat me to it. What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
My partner's a nut. Just so y'all know, my partner's an absolute nut. Portions of this here program is brought to you by the Be Daring Foundation, eradicating the stigma surrounding mental health for college students, high school students, first responders, and athletes. Go to beedaringfoundation.org. That's beedaringfoundation.org. Just so you know, my partner is an absolute nut. All right, I'm just saying. Go on.
Now batting, the man who is still salty at Aroldis Chapman, number 420, Wise El Jefe, number 420.
I am not.
Why are you gonna make him cuss this morning?
I am not salty at Aroldis Chapman.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
No, I'm not. I moved on.
Start the last.
I moved on.
Start the last.
That was just yesterday.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
That was just yesterday.
Stop the last. Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
Stop the lies, bro. Stop the cap. That's the worst. That's the worst impression of Wise I'll ever do. Good morning, Wise. How are you, man?
Good morning, my brothers. I'm good.
You good? Cool.
I'm good. I'm alive, right? I'm good.
I hear that, man.
Hey, same here.
Good morning, V-Lock.
Day.
Another game we're looking forward to is the absolute destruction of the Minnesota Vikings by the New York Football Giants.
Yeah, I need you to stop saying that. Stop saying that.
Look, Wise.
I'm not going to stop saying it because I want destruction. Damn it.
No. Hey, you know why I'm saying it. You know why I'm saying it because I sent you.
Vikings are frauds.
I sent you.
Period.
I sent you a picture where there is a purple shirt, and it's pixelated, and it says, "I can't believe I'm about to say these words." Quote,
God.
Kirk Thuggins.
Yes, I saw that.
Close quote.
I saw
that
mess.
For that shirt and for him looking like a pale 2 Chainz, your Giants
and the chains are heavier than him.
The Giants better bury this lucky
the chains
Cardiac Kids 2.0 squad underneath U.S. Bank Stadium.
We spoke on that yesterday. We talked about how they're the worst division winners of all time.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we did. They have a lot more points than he scored. And I'm like, how in the world did that happen?
And how did they finish with a winning record? That's what I was.
And they finished 13-4. Yeah. That's the crazy part.
Because it is the Vikings, period.
And look, I'm not hating on the team. I mean, look, Justin Jefferson is one of the best receivers in the game. There's not even a question. And Dalvin Cook, people sleeping on him. That dude has some skills behind the backfield.
Yes.
But all three phases of that defense is patchwork. The offensive line is like up and down.
Just say it. They trash.
They trash.
And
Minnesota Vikings trash.
I will say that though. And Kirk Cousins, when the spotlight's not on him, is absolutely stellar. He basically is Patrick Mahomes. But when you put the spotlight on him, he is straight up, without a question, trash.
He's prime time.
Trash. Yes, he's prime time. There you go. There you go. Kirk Thuckets. Prime time trash.
Yeah, prime time trash.
So I am praying sincerely that the Vikings get in. Sunday afternoon.
So am I.
Well, I know you are for different reasons. And understand. I actually have a homeboy. I've known him 20 years, and the dude is a die-in-the-wool Vikings fan, and he definitely has the Vikings winning the Super Bowl. And I'm thinking to myself,
not with that defense.
I was like, unless they're playing a team like the Bears, do they allow less than 20 points a game? No, man. I mean, the Vikings defense just doesn't cut it. And then the philosophy offensively, they don't run Dalvin Cook enough. I'm thinking, man. I mean, that's prime L in the playoffs if there ever was one, against a team that basically their offense is predicated on running the ball. So, and
that's all we do is run the ball.
I'm saying, what are the Giants? They're an offense predicated on running the ball.
That's what we do is run the ball.
I'm like, man, they're tailor-made for the Giants to beat.
We play defense and run the ball.
Yeah, tailor-made for the Giants. Tailor-made for the Giants. And so if you're going to make it easy for the Giants defense to say, okay, well, I think we can pretty much stop the run because they don't like to run it all that much, and just basically be all about pass coverage 2/3 of the game when they're on the field. You're making the game easy for a team that you have to make it more difficult for a team like the Giants to win.
Yeah.
But if you're going to make it easy for them to, they will, no matter if it's in in the Middlelands or in US Bank in the Twin Cities. And that's what frustrates me. The Vikings are they're smoke and doggone mirrors.
Listen, playoffs is where you get exposed. That's bottom line. So it is time for us to expose them for what they are, which is trash. They shouldn't have won. They shouldn't have won that division.
Clark relatives, trash. and then Victor says, because NFC North is trash. That's why. I won't go that far because the Lions.
You know what? No, Lions are up and coming. They're coming.
Lions to me are not trash.
If they would have started off better this season, they'd probably be the division winners.
Yeah, I mean that's the only thing that really stopped them. I mean, they started 1-6.
Yeah, and they finished what, 9-7?
They finished 9-8. All they had to do was win 2 games, and they would have, or won, or at least the one particular game, like the game at home against the Seahawks. If they won that game, it'd be the Lions with the 7th seed instead of the Seahawks.
Yeah, it happens.
It does. It does.
I'm kind of glad that the Lions aren't in the playoffs, because if we would have to, I know a lot of teams would be afraid to face them.
Mm-hmm.
Because that offense is pretty good, and the defense was played much better towards the end of the season.
Mm-hmm. Oh Lord, I love the finance feedback zone. The Hot TV says the wise LF.
There's a J in there, but hey, it's good.
Yeah, we know the J in there. Ryan, when she mentioned Aroldis Chapman in Wise's introduction, he says, "I just ate breakfast, guys."
Yeah, I know.
Because Ryan's also a hardcore Yankees fan. 6 says, Cole, understand that Wise is not salty. He might be a little peppery, but not salty.
No, not salty. No.
The beard says otherwise, but okay.
That's salt and pepper.
That's what I'm saying. It's not all pepper. It's some salt in there. It's some salt in mine too. So I understand. Oh Lord. And Ryan says, lions are not trash. They're trash adjacent.
Okay.
You all are too much. Lord have mercy. Oh gosh. Hall TV says, who won the Giants to stop and double J? Oh, doggone it. I wish I had it queued up. I wish I had it queued up.
Okay, first of all.
Okay,
no one can stop him.
Kirk Cousins, listen, Kirk Cousins has to be standing erect in order to get the ball to double J.
But the thing is, the thing is,
wait, hold it. Time out. He says, hold the phone. Stop. Penalty flag on the field.
No. Yes, he did. He did. ERECT. Yes, he did. Kurt Thuggins got to be standing erect. Yes.
I'm reminded of y'all remember.
I'm the one who's supposed to be getting nasty. I'm not the one doing. I said what I said.
I know what you said. Do y'all remember a game show called Super Password?
Yes.
With Bert Convy.
Mm-hmm.
There was a puzzle one day. The first word was erect and the second word was poles. That has to be Kirk Cousins on Twitter.
Oh, good Lord. If it's bad enough, they're trying to turn this dude into a hip hop artist.
Yeah, and you know who was one of the guests on that particular episode? Ricky Lawrence.
Oh Lord,
Mama's family.
Do I need to say anything else?
No.
Back to U.S. Bank Stadium. Let me borrow something that Cole said yesterday. I wanted to be so quiet in U.S. Bank Stadium you could hear a mouse piss on a piece of cotton. I wanted that quiet.
That was a good one.
Thank you.
I wanted that. I wanted that quiet. All right.
Because I'm telling you, that house was, man. At the draw clock came down with the ball, you heard groans, and then after Danny White got stripped of the ball about 5 minutes later, that house is quiet.
Thank
you. Heard
you,
nothing.
Jim.
You heard nothing but Candlestick Park roar. That's all you heard.
Thank you, Jim Stuckey, number 79. And I know Base's face when I pull that name out of nowhere. Negro be lying. I watched the game. I'm teasing, of course. I watched the damn game.
Negro be lying. Oh my gosh.
One of the best sound bites we ever got.
That was the best right there.
That was one of the best sound bites we ever got from him. Period. One of the best sound bites we ever got from him. And it was about my ass.
Well, this is about your ass too right here.
Oh, Lord.
Samuel. Please.
Gosh. Nice setup, Wise. I tried to ignore it, but you set it up beautifully. Okay.
I don't remember asking you a thing.
Thank you.
I saw it, but I tried to ignore it.
Look, I tried to ignore it too. I didn't want to push that button. And now,
Wise,
you have my daughter saying button.
I don't got her saying it. She got herself saying it.
She heard you.
I let her listen to the show. I'm letting her listen to the show.
Did not press that button. I'm sorry. I'll say it again. Stop the lie. Stop the guy. Stop the lie. Stop the cat. Stop the cat, bro.
Stop the cat. Now the moment
that to me is my favorite gold. Anything you've ever said, Wise, on this show.
And he said it with a straight face.
Yeah. Yeah.
He said it with a bone straight face.
Oh gosh. And the smile afterwards when
we all were laughing. The rest of us were laughing.
Yeah, when he knew I caught it, the smile on his face was beautiful. I was like, oh man.
Is anybody looking forward to seeing the Jaguars and the Chargers?
I am.
Yeah. For
I listen.
I want to see how loud Alltel Stadium can get.
I'm looking forward to it. I'm hoping that the Jaguars could take that energy they have started back in late November and extend it to now. I think they can.
You just want to send. You would just want them to send Brandon Staley home. That's what you want.
Yeah.
Look, Brandon Staley is going to send Brandon Staley home.
Brandon Staley is going to do that to himself.
That's what I'm saying. Brandon Staley is going to send Brandon Staley.
Staley is going to do that to himself. Period.
I don't want to see it. It's going to happen because dude is going to do something boneheaded to where you're like,
Floyd when you need him.
Yeah, dude's going to do some bonehead where you say,
I want to see what Trevor Lawrence. I want to see what Trevor Lawrence does.
I'm like, you got talented so-and-sos on this field, and you ain't trusting them. Why?
Because he's Brandon Staley, just like Nathaniel Hackett. I'm sorry.
Oh, nice one. I like that.
Oh, Lordy. A break and then more playoff wild card madness. And Rod West, somebody move Rod West, please, while we go to this break.
Oh, Lord.
Back in a flash.
Good Lord, man. Really?
I don't remember asking you a thing.
Goodness gracious.
This is Snowman in the Morning.
Here's an important message from the Diabetes Solution Center. Do you like pricking your fingers to test your blood sugar levels? No one does, but it's important to maintain your health. And now, by wearing a small remote device called a continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, you don't need to prick your fingers anymore. It's easy to use and helps you make more accurate diabetes treatment decisions. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now. And if you have Medicare or most major insurance coverage, you may be able to get a new CGM at little to no out-of-pocket cost. Shipping is free and will even bill your insurance company for you. If you are testing your blood sugar 3 or more times daily, injecting insulin, or using an insulin pump, call the Diabetes Solution Center right now to learn how to end the painful finger sticks and get your own continuous glucose monitor, or CGM, at little to no out-of-pocket cost.
That's why we here on this platform.
Marriage. A loving splendor, a daily grind. Such is the case when Damien and Jamie get together and chop it up, for marriage is real.
Let's just lay it all out here. Let's just be real with it.
Join this wonderful couple who keeps it real and always in love. BS3 Network proudly presents Marriage is Real, where love is the only thing that matters. Live every Tuesday at 8:30 Central. Oh, and Jamie has something to say.
Deuces and trays.
SeatGeek is the ticketing app for fans like the High Five Strangers guy. Game-winning interception. First down. Just a nice, solid tackle. If you're in arm's length, you will be swapping skin with this extrovert. You see, he knows SeatGeek got him a great deal on tickets, so he can focus on what he does best, smacking palms. SeatGeek handles the tickets to sports, concerts, and more, so fans can fan.
The original Think Drink is back. Level up with proven ingredients formulated to crush your competition. No gimmicks, no jitters, no messing around. Just high-potency results that keep you moving day or night. There's a new nerd in town, and we came to play. Nerd Focus. Smarter than energy.
Cause we take this job so serious.
Man, I went home that day and talked to my wife, Vicky. And Vicky was like, "What's wrong with you? You pissed off?" "Yeah, I got this partner I'm working with back in the radio station, man. The Negro be lying." What in the all types of blue hell?
Yes, it's Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
Thank you, Kurt Warner, for proving me right. Portions of this program brought to you in part by the Champion Playbook, where the real training begins. Athletic training isn't what you think. It's not working harder and focusing most of your time on the physical skills. It's not also traditional sports psychology, having grit, or willpower. At the Champion Playbook, athletes learn proprietary and highly effective tools to remove the blocks in the way of achieving their desired level of outstanding performance without pushing the athlete to the brink of injury, wasting time, or negatively impacting their mental health. Visit my buddy Scott Fox at thechampionplaybook.com. That's thechampionplaybook.com. One of the proud sponsors of this here program. And thank you to Scott Fox and to Michelle Demuria from the Be Daring Foundation for being the first two major sponsors of this program. And why I picked them, they are concentrating on something that is very near and dear to me, and that's the status of mental health. That's why we're working with them. And she's going to headline our coverage in Phoenix, Arizona. Michelle is for the Be Daring Foundation for Super Bowl 57. So we're going to make some noise. We're going to make some contacts out there. Let's go to the Fanatics Feedback Zone presented by Fanatics. Victor Locke says, I got ambushed by Cowboy crazies and told I'm not a true Cowboys fan because I don't get to the NFC Championship game or the Super Bowl because of our clown of a coach, a.k.a. Coach Pennywise, a.k.a. Coach McCarthy. Well, I need to disrupt these Cowboy crazies who don't think, but y'all ain't got much.
Oh my, and I'm going to focus on how little average Cowboys fan has. And
go with it.
Oh no, not now. Hour number 2.
Going an hour 2. Okay,
I'm gonna do an hour number 2.
Okay, gonna do an hour 2.
Yeah.
Our favorite sound, Moon. Can we get one of those for Rod? Hell, I'll do it myself.
No, I got it.
You got it? Okay.
Yeah.
Hey, Rod West, take it. Let me try it again. Hey, Rod West, in case you didn't hear me, I said take this.
Moon him.
Now I feel better. Is it weird to y'all that every playoff matchup is a repeat from the season?
It's somewhat weird.
Somewhat weird?
It's somewhat weird. To me, what's weird is you got 3 divisional matchups that are meeting for the third time.
Niners, Seahawks, Buffalo, Miami, Cincinnati, Baltimore.
That to me, I find weird. I know I expect 1 and sometimes 2. I don't expect 3.
I don't expect 3. Not during wild card weekend.
Yeah, not during wild card weekend.
Not during the wild cards. You
That's
expected
what happens
more.
when you get divisions that get 3 teams in the playoffs.
Oh, of course.
Yeah. Well, you expected more during the divisional round and beyond, which prompts this question. And I want you to put this in the chat, and I want the chat to focus on this as well. Has Lamar Jackson played his last game as a Baltimore Raven?
Yes.
That's that question.
Yes.
I believe he has.
Yes.
So I'll back it up with this question. And
he won't play Sunday, I don't think either.
He's out. He's out, and Tua is out for Sunday.
Yeah, Tua's out. Tua definitely is out for Sunday.
Tua needs to be out for his career, but that's something.
Yeah, we talked about that. We talked about that yesterday.
Tua definitely is. He's reportedly out for Sunday. They haven't said the Ravens haven't said Lamar Jackson's out.
Yes, they have. They have now. It's official. It's official.
Huntley's that one who's questionable.
But the way I've seen it lean, I was about to say they said
he has been ruled out.
Yeah,
he has been ruled out.
Yeah, they said he hadn't practiced for almost 3 weeks
for Sunday.
Yeah.
So this prompts the question: if he's not going to get the bag from Baltimore, who's the team that's going to go after him? I have a team that I think will go after him if they can create the room, and it ain't far. I think it's the Redskins.
They need 2 things and they lack. I won't say they lack. They don't really lack it in the running game. I just think I love Robinson and I like Gibson. I don't know if they trust the running game all that much between.
There is my issue right there with the Redskins. They don't trust the running game. They don't.
To me, they don't trust the running game enough, and
they don't have the hogs.
McLaurin for wide receiver. Besides him, really,
they don't have.
Yeah,
they don't have. Scott Fox and I talked about this. They don't have the offensive linemen that can be hogs,
and that's
or bring back a version of the hogs.
And I think to me that's the overarching thing that will preclude Lamar to drive an hour south. Who's going to protect me there?
Who's going to? Who do y'all think will make a big time play for him?
The Jets.
Matter of fact, let me back it up. Let me start with this question.
The Jets might.
Where would he fit? Would he fit with the Jets?
The Jets could if that offensive line was healthier.
And
they fired
LaFleur. They fired LaFleur, so he's gone as
Mike LaFleur.
Yeah, Mike LaFleur. Yeah, has taken the.
How come Matt LaFleur hasn't bitten the dust by now?
Well, 13 wins the previous 3 seasons. So he has that. He has two NC championships under his belt. This was an off year.
Mauled in both of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry.
That's
a tangent for another time.
This year was an off year. So
yep, that's a tangent for another time. With the Jets,
and I agree.
Is Mekhi Becton.
I agree with
find the coaching personnel before they can go shopping for QB. Correct.
I agree with you.
Correct, Ryan.
100, bro.
Who else can make a play for him?
Okay.
Who else can make a play for?
Yeah,
Lamar Jackson?
The Bucks could because he is a Florida guy. So the Bucks could. The Dolphins could.
Yeah.
Could the Panthers?
The Panthers could, but I don't think Lamar wants to entertain them.
No,
I don't think he would want to go to the Panthers.
He wouldn't want to go to that dumpster fire.
If the Saints had a better
line
overall talent, because really the best talent
the only
they have
person that's in New Orleans is Alvin Kamara.
Right. You know what I'm saying? The best talent they have.
He's on his last legs.
I'm saying the best talent. Yeah, the best talent as a team that the Saints have is a defensive line, and the best player talent they have, talent-wise, they have is Alvin Kamara. And
You can't.
He's on his last legs.
You can't see him in Miami because, as Ryan points out, the Dolphins have no cap space.
See that?
It's possible he could go to Tampa. It's possible Tampa can make a play for him.
Yeah,
it's possible.
It's possible they can make a play for him. I would say it's possible the Rams could, but like you said,
the
Rams are in worse shape cap space wise.
Yeah, the Rams are in cap hell, and they're going to be in cap hell for the next 4 years because they sacrificed all their cap for a Super
Bowl run for last year.
But they got it. They got the Super Bowl, so they sacrificed it. They got it. Hey,
now they're going to pay for it.
The Rams pulled the Lakers. Yes.
Yeah, and now they're going to pay for it. They won the Super Bowl in their house,
and now they will pay the price.
They will pay the piper for it.
They bled, they sweat. Now they're going to pay the price.
Absolutely.
No cap hell, but draft hell.
Not just bad in the cap, but bad in the draft. Yeah, because they kept dealing the first round draft picks.
And for God's sakes, they signed Baker freaking Mayfield.
Well, they had no choice, man. I mean, they had
Matthew Stafford, who was down to their fourth string. They were down to their fourth string,
and they were down to their fourth string QB. And
so, with that in mind, what happens to Matthew Stafford?
He retires.
I'm thinking he's close to retirement. I mean, what else he has to prove? He's got his ring.
He's got his ring. He's happy.
He's got his ring, and he has.
He can ride off into the sunset.
Yeah, he has his ring. He has stats.
He can ride off into the sunset.
What else does he need?
Yeah. So true on all counts. Don't forget, folks, tonight is a special wild card edition of No Credentials Required, 7 p.m. Eastern Time on the YouTube page, and you can also hear it on the SDM Sports Radio Network. It's 1 minute before hour number 2. We're talking playoffs. We're talking wild cards. And, of course, you all know who's coming at the bottom of this hour. So push the button because hour 2 starts now. Time for hour 2 of this spectacular. Ryan McCoffey now joins us this morning.
That's what you need to do to beat Josh Allen. You need to make him uncomfortable.
Hour 2, time for some Spivey notes. And here's Jag.
Well, I know he's only in his 3rd year, but they're just wasting Justin Herbert.
Hour 2,
the hardest working content creator I know, the playmaker.
Hey, LeBron James, the greatest scorer of all time. Hey.
Hour 2,
the one, the only Christopher Dietz.
They rewarded Ohio State for not playing, and they punished USC foreplay.
Hour 2, Sam Shady.
Oh man, it's been a roller coaster ride if you were a Philadelphia Stars fan.
Hour 2, that's Big Ben, the man in charge of the BS3 network.
And if I see Kurt 2 Chainz Cousins out.
Hour 2, Chris Bay's joining us.
Oh my God! Oh, this game! Oh, way to go, Sammy!
Hour 2 was El Jefe.
Oh man, I thought I missed it.
What in the all types of blue hell?
Time for hour 2 of this spectacular, and it starts right now. As I said, my partner is a nut, and he's also brilliant. See, what made you come up with Mumra and Wise's voice going, oh man, I thought I missed it? What? You muted yourself, dude.
Yeah, thanks. The thought was, if someone were to come and they watched this and they were watching just then, I was trying to channel them. It's like,
right.
Oh, so this show is not 1 hour, it's 2 hours long. So it was coming from that end.
Mm-hmm.
And I always thought it was funny whenever you actually, because you actually brought it to my forefront.
Yeah.
When you cut that and you had him say, "Oh man, I thought I missed that." So this is beautiful.
But it was perfect. It was perfect because Wise looked away when I cut it. When I cut it, like, he looked away and like, oh man, I thought I missed it.
And so from a layperson's perspective, I had that clip.
Yes,
the soundbite for that. But of course, for those who understand the show, it's like, oh, he said that when he was looking and when he looked away from Lori Lightfoot and then he turned back and saw her. And then hence the Mumra picture.
The clip you found for Playmaker.
I was searching hard for that one.
I know you were tearing the files up looking for that.
I was like, which one can I use for him? And I was like, oh, that's right. His Bronze Sexual Confessions one. Okay, what he said. Oh, this is perfect.
And that was the one where he filled in. That was one of the shows where he filled in for me because I was ill. And he did he said? He did one off the dome, Bronze Sexual Confession off the top. I went back and listened to that.
He was fire.
I haven't stopped laughing.
He was fire.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was. For him to come off the cuff like that, brilliant.
Oh yeah.
And then that piece right there that you put in for him in the hour 2 intro, and I could just hear the exasperation.
Oh, and he loved it when he first heard it. He was like, "Oh my gosh, you actually caught me sarcastically congratulating LeBron."
You did that for me for my afternoon intro.
Yeah.
And then you backed it up with a record scratch and me doing my "I will not cuss" chant.
I love that. That was one of my favorite anythings of yours to cut. I was like, oh yeah, this is perfect. I know I can to endear you to anything, to anything to clown LeBron, I can just simply put in. So I'm like, oh, this is gonna be pure perfect.
You know what's wild though? Since my wife has heard me do that chant, sometimes when things happen when I'm working on stuff, she'll just walk by and hand me a pen and a notebook. And
so she gets in on the fun.
She's in on the fun. She's like, I already know what you're gonna say. She'll just put a pen in front of me and a piece of paper or a notepad or something. And she's like, I'll be back.
So I added that one on your Brian Snow show intro, just to give people the sense of.
And then you splattered it with going off script. I love that. I love that.
Oh gosh, I was like,
you were deep in the lab when you put that one together.
I was like, let me find him being being himself or being a little more lighthearted, because I sort of got the gist and feel that the Brian Snow show, which is it's similar quality as this, it's just a different side of you. So I figured,
yes.
So something a little more lighthearted, something that'll make people say, "What the? Why did he say that?" type of thing. So when I heard you go Spec, I was like, "Yes, that's gonna be put in there."
Okay, that was perfect. That was perfect. Now, Wise, you better get your coffee ready because the man in charge of the BS3 network, where you see this show as well as Cole Sports as well.
Right.
No, I didn't do that right. As well as Cole Sports with a Z.
Thank you, sir.
As well as Wise and Poppy J and the Stuck in My Mind podcast, the man in charge himself, Mr. Ben Sutterth. Cowboys aficionado is here in the house with us. Good morning, Ben.
Good morning. Good morning. Happy Friday.
Happy
Are you
Friday
looking forward to Monday night?
I'm nervous. My teeth are chattering right
You're a
now.
smart man. You are a smart man. I'd be a little bit on the nervous side too.
Yep.
This is Tom Patrick Edward Newton Roosevelt Brady.
Roosevelt.
He said Newton Roosevelt Brady.
I'm surprised you didn't throw King in there. Lord have mercy.
Would you say that again, please, Ben?
That was good.
Would you say
Tom Patrick Edward Newton? I forgot the other one I said. Brady. Roosevelt Brady. Yeah. Cowboys Nation is nervous right now. Not only because we're playing Tom Brady, but we have been so wishy-washy these past 4 weeks. We've talked about it already.
Yes.
And in the game against the Commanders, what the hell was that? What in the words of Bass, what in the blue hell was that? They looked
Wait.
horrible.
I got the sound for you. I got the sound for you. I think Ben was trying to say,
what in the all types of blue hell
was that?
Here's what I found problematic about all of that. So, as I was perusing social media, I was actually
didn't we tell you to cut that out?
I was actually seeing idiots actually opining that the Cowboys rested their starters and they just simply gave the game to the Commanders. And I'm thinking to myself, you did not see that game, because I could have sworn that Dak Prescott threw a pick six deep within his own territory.
He did.
Yeah. And I'll say this.
This is some Cowboys fans' brains right now.
And starting with their starters, both on offense and defense, they allowed 26 points and only scored 6. I'm thinking to myself,
2 field goals.
You are ready for the playoffs with that performance?
Yeah.
2 field goals.
Your thoughts on it, man?
Yeah, and you guys will be surprised. On Dallas radio, the voice of Cowboys radio, Brad Sham, had the absolute nerve to say, well, they were trying out things. I'm like, that is not, number one, that's not the way to try out things. If that's what you said, that's what you think they're doing.
Mr.
And if you wanted to try out things, or if you wanted it to be, we're just giving the game away, don't have the starters play at all. When you realize the game was out of reach in the fourth quarter, take all the starters out. That's the part that was so confusing about that game.
Brandon Staley.
If they would have just if they would have not started all the starters from jump,
right?
Because the other games were already going on, it would have made sense. But the way that looked, they look like they just played horribly. That's it. There's no excuse for that.
So they were trying things out, Mr. Sham, you say?
The greatest laugh track of all time.
Yeah, they were practicing getting it.
I guess Cowboy fans I guess Cowboy Nation was thinking,
I'm the juggernaut, bitch.
and after the game on Sunday, they were thinking,
I think I just broke my chair.
And I'm so glad you mentioned Cowboys Nation because as I also peruse social media, I came across this.
Oh, Jesus.
Hey, Cowboys had 'em.
Cowboys.
Just remember, we got these. Oh, but that isn't the gym. That isn't the gym. The
you mean
gym,
it's better than Hall of Farmer?
Oh, it gets better than that because the gym
Jesus.
is the following.
Here
you
it
can
is.
see highlighted. We're getting number 7 this year.
Wait
But
a
my
minute.
question
What?
to you, but my question to you as a Cowboys fan, Ben, is how is it possible that you get number 7 if you
When you don't even have
number
6?
6?
When you don't even have 6?
Please make that make sense.
Counting, arithmetic and reading is fundamental.
That's
Go back.
not Dallas Cowboy fans' strong suit.
Never has been.
That is not.
I mean,
okay. This
would
is
you
like
put
my
that back up,
cousin.
please?
This is like my cousin, the Cowboy fan, the Cowboys fan. That
the Cowboys,
whatever he. Anyway, this is like him saying. This is him like saying, "Oh, everybody in our division combined don't have as many Super Bowls as we do." But
I remember that mess.
But they now do.
And
that mess.
But that still don't matter.
But it wasn't that.
People-
It wasn't the case.
Man, people have had 30-year-old kids since then. How long ago was that?
Well, this January will mark 27. So
let's see. Larry Allen was a starter. Derek Kennard started at center. Eric Williams was the right tackle. Mark Tuanay, God rest his soul, was at the left tackle.
I'll put it to you.
Nate Newton was at left guard.
I'll put it to you like this. The movie Titanic was made 2 years after the Cowboys won their last.
And this is before they started playing Super Bowls at State Farm Stadium. You know, it was played on the dry ass turf of Sun Devil Stadium in Tempe.
Yes, all right. That's where
They
it was
played that at Sun Devil Stadium just so they can get a Super Bowl in Phoenix, Arizona.
Yep, that's where it was played.
Sun Devil Stadium, y'all.
But yeah,
I know folks who live in Arizona and they are glad that the Cardinals moved the hell out.
Yeah,
because they wrecked that turf
hard. So my question to you, Mr. Sutterth, because like you, Victor, Dietz, and my man, and I should say our fellow brother in arms, King Doc.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out to King Doc. You all actually do have the ability to call BS. Not your initials, but
they actually
on your team when you see it.
Mm-hmm.
So how can you rep this team with a fan base that is doggone it? Let me see if I can find the right term. Stupid, head in the sand,
idiotic,
Pollyanna, idiotic,
delusional,
just straight up an outright embarrassment to humanity.
Yeah, it's bad. To just the fact to think that we have a way to win a Super Bowl this year with the way the season has gone.
Mm-hmm.
I think most fans look at, okay, wow, we got 12 wins. Yes, but how did you get those 12 wins? Half of them were with Cooper Rush. Half of them weren't even with your starter or our starter, I should say.
Yep.
Most of it was close wins that you really should have lost, Texan. And you threw a pick 6 against a team that, yes, they were trending, but it's the Jacksonville Jaguars. Come on. Like, this season was so rocky that you cannot say we are confident that we can go on a run. And I'll tell you this, if they lose on Monday, some fans are going to come and burn down their world. Their fans are so on the edge.
Yeah, 100,000.
And anyone that's put money into the Cowboys this year,
103,000 seats.
I have it. I haven't put any money this year. And
100
anyone that has will be pissed.
Going to go up in
Okay,
flames.
so with that being said, sir, should Thomas Edward Patrick Brady Jr. Still stay undefeated against the Cowboys in his career because he is undefeated against them in his career to date.
Which he will.
Do you think Pennywise, aka Mike McCarthy, will be the head coach of the Cowboys?
I think it's if they lose a close game, knowing Jerry, I'm going to say McCarthy's still going to be there. If they lose, if they get blown out like they did against the Commanders, he's getting fired as he's walking off the field. So, and that's the sense that I'm getting, because Jerry is probably like most Cowboys fans. We got back-to-back 12-win seasons. But my thing is, what does that equal to? Does that equal to an extra playoff win? No. Does that equal to going to the conference championship? No. Does that equal going to the Super Bowl? No. So to me, having 2 back-to-back 12-win seasons when you haven't improved at all in the playoffs when it matters most does not matter.
Yeah,
but again, I've said this before: the Cowboys organizations does not like change. If it's above mediocre, they will keep somebody. But if they get embarrassed,
can I answer this simply?
That's when they get sensitive.
Can I answer this simply? Hell no.
And what makes this even worse is that Gerald loves the attention and Mike McCarthy loves to stay away from that attention.
Stay away from it. Exactly.
Yeah, because those darts will not come his way, and Gerald loves to receive all of them.
Yeah.
He is not made a camera he dislikes.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. And i.e. that photo from years back.
Yeah,
he's okay with whatever promotion the Cowboys get. He is okay with it because it equals Cowboys getting attention more than any other team in the NFL gets.
This is what I hope happens to the Cowboys.
I agree, and that's problematic.
This is what I hope happens to the Cowboys. And Cole, this is for you.
You can Tiger uppercut.
I love the whammies for that, just for that alone.
I had to clean that one up because I had 2 versions of it. I had to clean it up. But then, but again, this is what's going to happen Monday to the Cowboys.
And it's funny because just last week, before these games happened,
go, boy, go, man.
You just heard the Dallas Cowboys fans shouting out loud, "We are going to win the division. We're going to get the number one seed.
We're going to the Super
Bowl."
Yeah.
Dear God.
We beat the best team in the league.
And then Washington happened.
And then
the Washington Redskins.
And then they got
Sam Howell.
And
Sam Howell.
Yeah,
there you go.
They got beat by Sam Howell.
Third string hasn't played at all the entire year. And he plays and embarrasses. I'm gonna take this from one of our good friends, Cool. The Arlington football team. That's what they deserve to be called. I'm sorry. The way you played, you deserve to be called the Arlington football team. I'm a North Carolina fan, and even I wasn't that high. I thought Sam Howell was good, but he's not that good. But we're making him look like he's Tom Brady.
Sam Howell.
Throwing passes down the sideline like Tom Brady.
Dropping dimes.
Which
made Cowboy Nation ask the question,
what in the all types of blue hell
was that?
Yeah,
I'll tell you what that was. That was Sam Howell doing this,
Yoga fire,
and this,
sonic boom,
and this, and this, which led to this,
Tiger uppercut,
and
which led to an embarrassing L. Very embarrassing.
Hit it, Cole. Hit it.
So, it was led to embarrassing. And after that game, all gotta ask is, now who can see the Cowboys winning the Super Bowl?
That was greatness right there. Cole. That was greatness right there.
Thank you.
Ben Sutter joining us as he does every Friday at the top of hour 2 to talk all things Cowboys, the Arlington football team, and Dallas sports in general. It's the Cowboys, it's Tampa Bay, it's the final Monday night football game of the 2022-23 season. Thank you, Ben. Love you, brother. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for everything you do, Ben.
No problem. Appreciate you guys. Revelations coming up at 2. We have a replay, and then we got Poppy J and Wise at 10 with a new banger. So
can't wait. Can't wait.
Oh my.
You an ass.
What?
Don't what me.
What? Well, seriously. I mean, who actually does see the
do it again? Do it again.
Do it again. Who actually can see the Cowboys win the Super Bowl? I mean,
I sure as hell can.
Who on that team actually is skilled enough to win a playoff game? I mean, who actually? I mean,
keep going. Keep going. Keep going.
Who is going to talk sense into Mike McCarthy and Kellen Moore and to actually keep running the ball when you have success against any team, no matter if it's the Packers, the Jaguars, or the Bucks? And who is going to tell Gerald to get away from the camera, sir? We do not need to have you ruin every single thing because you need the camera all the time on you because you need to sell the Cowboys all the time.
I want to get away. I have to get away.
Yeah.
I have to get away. I have to get away. Oh, jeez. Why did that just pop? Why did that song just pop in my head? Latina and Cali coming from Fresno, joining us this morning. Sharif Ahmed from Texas joining us as well.
What's up, Sharif?
And then my boy, the con man from Massachusetts.
Michael, thank you, sir. Appreciate it.
Thank you. I'm not even going to put this one up. Don't push the button. Don't push that button. Oh, jeez. Shall we do some picks? Because there's
only 6 games. Yeah.
There's only 6 games on the schedule this weekend. Mm-hmm. Oh, Lordy. And I'm actually going to... Oh, by the way, speaking of L's, anybody see that L the Lakers took in double overtime last night? Oh, did I see that
double overtime?
Erased an 18-point deficit. Had the lead with 24 seconds left. 99-98. And then... All right. Victor says, let's pick them. We got 7 minutes, so let's go ahead and roll.
Who actually thinks the Lakers are going to win the World Championship? Sorry.
Who actually thinks LeBron is the greatest of all time? Thank you. And Rod, that's for you, you ass. Let's go. All right, Santa Clara, 49ers and Seahawks. All of our spreads coming courtesy of Caesar Sportsbook. 49ers laying, that's a 4:30 kickoff on Fox. 49ers laying 10 at home. You may as well lay 20. Give me the 49ers, and I'm laying the points.
Yeah, the Seahawks in an upset 21-17.
You tripping.
Nice one.
You tripping.
Nice
and
one.
I know you tripping because I waited for that. Hey, folks, put your picks in the chat and pick along with us.
Yeah,
so it's unanimous here
Yeah,
Aunt Trisha Bray in the house. What's up, Aunt Trisha? I have her Monday for the afternoon show. I can't.
Oh man,
I cannot wait to have a conversation with her.
If she was like she was with Wise Was Stuck in My Mind, man, that's gonna be a good show.
Oh, it's going to be fabulous. It's going to be absolutely fabulous. Yeah, we're all in unison. We all got the 49ers here.
49ers.
Chargers and Jaguars. San Diego at Jacksonville. San Diego getting a point and a half, laying a point and a half on the road. I'm going to go with the home team. I'm going with the Jaguars.
Yeah, I feel the Chargers going to win this game.
Nice one.
Jags.
Yep, all unanimous here. All right, to Sunday. We start at 1 on CBS at Rich Stadium in Orchard Park, New York. And yes, I said Rich Stadium because that was the original name. Dolphins and Bills. Oh, Lord. Buffalo laying 13.5 at home. This ain't going to be January 12th, 1991, when it wound up 44-34 Bills. It'll be 44-7, if that. Give me the Bills, and I'm laying them all.
You said laying, correct? That's what the Dolphins will be doing in Buffalo because they're going to be laying for the Bills to make them roadkill. The Bills and a cakewalk.
Yes, it'll be every bit of a cakewalk. Giants and Vikings from U.S. Bank Stadium in Minnesota. Minnesota laying 3 at home. Who cares? I'm going with the upset. I'm calling it. I'm going with the Giants.
The Vikings are going to take that.
Beautiful. Sharif and Trisha say Giants. Sharif takes the points. I take them as well.
I do too.
And then we go to NBC. Mike Tirico is on this call. 8:15. Ravens and Bengals. Bengals, the AFC North champions. This is crazy. They're getting 9.5. They're laying 9.5 at home. You may as well double it. Give me Burrow and the Bengals, and I'm laying the points.
Who actually sees the Ravens winning that game? Bengals.
Everybody's picking the Bengals here.
Bengals.
And finally, we just talked about it. Dallas laying 2.5 on the road. Buccaneers. I don't even have to complete the thought. Buccaneers.
You can't even complete the thought.
I don't even have to complete the thought. Go home with the Buccaneers.
Buccaneers. This is my pick.
Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson is brought to you by Penis Water for the ebbs and flows of life. Trust Penis 15 Water.
We're kind of split on this one because Aunt Trisha's taking Dallas by 7. Not going to happen. I'm sorry. Sharif says Brady and the 4-piece Bucks. Ryan McCarthy going with the Bucks. Oh man,
I'm leaning toward the Bucks. I'm leaning toward the Bucks. I just don't have. I don't have faith in McCarthy. I don't, man. I don't have faith in McCarthy, and Dak keeps wanting to throw interceptions and deep in his own territory.
Who do I dislike more? Tom Brady.
Cowboys. I'll answer that question. Cowboys, because you're a Giants fan. They're in the NFC East division.
Yeah.
This is. Go ahead.
This is easy. Make it unanimous and take the Buccaneers. Make it unanimous, please.
Okay. Let's go with
Make it unanimous.
I just can't.
All right, so you going to the Cowboys? Okay.
No, I'm not. Hell no, I'm not going with the Cowboys. Bucks.
Well,
it
you
is.
going with the Bucks?
You tripping?
Okay, well, you going with the Bucks? Okay.
It's unanimous.
Look, we'll make this real simple. Who wants to see either team advance?
Yeah, nobody.
You've been deep in the lab, haven't you?
Yes,
I like that one. Make your picks in the chat. Pick along with us as we got about 90 seconds before you know who shows up. At least 3 of these games are going to be freaking blowouts.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Ryan. My bad. I'm so sorry, brother. Yes, I did not mean you, sir. You actually have the sense God gave a gnat to coach a team, unlike the one who actually won a Super Bowl.
See, Ryan actually knows what he's talking about.
Mm-hmm. Yes, he
Coach
does.
Pennywise, however,
Not even
no.
close.
No. Does Brandon Staley lose his job after he gets demolished in Jacksonville this weekend?
No.
No. I don't think
says no.
I don't think he does. But if they're in the sweepstakes to get Sean Payton, maybe.
I say cut him.
But
loose.
I don't think so. I don't
Actually,
think so.
the reason that they just might keep him is because they are playing this weekend. They are in the postseason.
Yeah,
that might have saved his job. Yeah,
that might have saved his job for about 5 weeks in the next year.
Yeah, the player did save his job. So I don't see him being bounced. I don't. Even if they have another 38-10 butt
bounce. Can we write a petition to get Pennywise bounced? Well,
do we really care? Do we really care if he coaches that team?
Give a damn right now? No,
we don't. But I know Cowboys fan does.
That's their problem. Sounds like a Dallas Cowboys.
Thank you.
Right. It does sound like Cowboys problem, just like their thought process of Cowboys hatters,
Cowboys,
and then they don't know if they don't they've got 5 or 6 Super Bowls.
You know what? Victor makes this pick, and I'm writing my receipt already.
See, exactly. Even Cowboys fan, who has faith?
All right, it's over.
It's over. Who has faith?
All right,
I know.
We can stop.
Who has faith in the Cowboys?
And my next 4 words are: push the damn button, please.
Hilarity is about to ensue. Here we go.
Don't soil this program by putting crap on it. Joe Buck, I cannot take him. I just no dice. I'm glad Carlos Loser finally took the kiwi off his face. It should be on your shoes, not your face. It's kiwi shoe polish, for God's sake. LeBron should come clean about his age. I wish baby Jesus that I had alcohol in this container, because I need some after watching Screaming A. Smith.
Baby Jesus? Really?
6 pounds, 7 ounces. Go tell 5 of your friends and 8 of your enemies that Chris Bass will be in the air.
Oh, yeah! You know, it's funny when you hear that theme.
The Bronze God.
It's the one, the only, the incomparable, the legendary Chris Bass. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to all of you. Good morning to, of course, to Rain Man, and good morning to the Mad Scientist, and good morning to Wise. I caught you. You got a lot of hair, Doc. I didn't know you had that much hair. Because I see you with the headphones, and just early in the segment, you take your headphones. I'm like, you got a good looking hair, man. You just get a shampoo ad.
I can.
Mr. McCarthy, you know what to do. Okay.
Yes, because you already wrote the theme, the moniker for Chris Bass, the Bronze God, the transporter hooker whores, and
it's the reformer of hooker whores.
The former
transporter
hooker
to
whores,
Hades.
The transporter to Hades.
Yes.
Lord have mercy. Thank you.
Well, you know what, Ryan, Ryan, do me a favor. Could you send that to me? I'll use it for my intro from now on about being the Bronze God and redeemer, reformer of hoes, and transporter. I could use that. So do me a favor, cut and paste that. You can send it, like, you can do that right there. I can use that as an intro to my show. So I always use the Bronze God thing already. I've been doing that stuff for years.
Of course.
But the other stuff I can use. So yeah.
Do you want the audio to that? Would you like the audio to that?
Yeah, I'll use that too. But I'll do both, because once again, I have to be engaging to my audience, so they deserve to know the titles that I have, which, as Ryan just displayed there, as you just put it.
The Bronze God one always gets me, because I'm like, oh Lord,
God, Bronze God. He had to say with meaning, because other than that, it just goes like a fart in church. You have to mean it. So we say, hey, look, man, I'm the bronze god. I need to have the facial expression and everything else.
Oh my gosh.
Lord have mercy. I'm gonna cut the daylights out of this audio.
Oh
I
my
already
God.
see it coming.
It's just 2 minutes into the show. And we ain't even got started.
We're
It's
not
off
even
the rails already.
2 minutes into 7. And off the rails already. We haven't even started.
Man. Crikey, Jesus,
Hey,
man,
I love it.
JoJo.
I love it.
I love what you say. You gotta say it with meaning.
Well, you have to. It's the only way you gotta
Yes, you
tell
do.
it. Yeah, absolutely. You just can't say bronze god.
You have,
What I mean by
you
it,
have
just say
your
look.
intro, sir. I just emailed it to you. You have
Bronze god.
Oh, thank you. Bronze.
No, look at what Sig put. Sig put. Chris Base is brought to you by Hookah Horrors Repellent.
Oh, Lord.
Extra strength.
Yeah, extra strength.
Extra strength.
Chris Base is
Yeah.
brought to you by Hookah Horrors Repellent. Extra scruff.
My name is Chris Base, and I approve that message.
That a winner. Got a winner.
Man.
Thank you, Sig. Got a winner. Got a winner.
Like MJ breezing one through the basket. We have a winner. We have a game winner.
Oh, well.
Yes.
Oh my gosh.
What's been on my mind a little bit is a couple of things. First of all, Bill Belichick, the winning coach of the New England Patriots.
Yes.
6-time Super Bowl champion. Can't deny what he has done.
Right.
But why does he always look so damn sad and angry?
And the funny thing is when you hear former players talk about him, and you hear even some former coaches talk about him, they say he has a great sense of humor, he has a wonderful wit, and he's an entertaining guy. But you don't see it. And that has been ever since we got a chance to see him as defense coordinator for the Giants in the 80s. That dude was sullen faced even then. And he was in his 30s then. I'm thinking,
with more hair.
Yeah. It's all gone. Life that bad?
He had a straight face then.
Yeah.
With more hair, and he's got an even straighter face now. And he looks, like you said, Cole, he looks even more sullen now than he did when he was defensive coordinator for the Giants.
Your guess is as good as mine on that one, Base. I have no clue.
This is what I come up with. So for those of you who watch old school cartoons, even ones that came out before we were born, there used to be a show called Underdog. An Underdog was like a takeoff on Superman, and I think it was one of the most original cartoon rappers of all time, because back in the day, he was doing it. There's no need to fear. Underdog
is here.
And he always rhymes, so he has some black in him. So he was probably one of the most original cartoon rappers back in the day. So you got to put him up there with Curtis Blow and the rest of them. So
really,
one of his enemies is a guy named Simon Bar Sinister. So Simon Bar Sinister would, for example, if the city was not having any type of water going through and everything else, he would take all the water away, and he would say stuff like, Simon says, dry up. Right, and everything get dry up. So I come to the conclusion that Bill Belichick is the Simon Bar Sinister of the NFL.
Not bad. Victor says, Bill looks like he eats is regular oatmeal, no flavor or nothing, just oatmeal, and drinks no water. He's just constantly constipated.
Well, it definitely shows.
Oh, here's a question from the Fanatic Feedback Zone for you, sir. Where do you get those fedoras? Those are nice.
Oh, thank you. They're nice. First of all, I have a big dome, so I had to look all over the internet to find big ass hats. So I finally found a place that actually fits. So you know what? If you could, I'll tell you what. Do me a favor. My email address is baseonair@gmail.com. Again, baseonair, all one word, @gmail.com. Who's to put up that question? Do me a favor, email me, and I'll send you the link to where I get my fedoras from.
All right, it's there.
And of course, what you just said, you know that's gonna be another base special commercial. big ass hats.
Yeah.
Oh God. Quick story on that. So
and I get it. Boy, do I get it. Oh boy.
When my wife and I were staying with my mother-in-law, Kmart was having these commercials where they were basically playing with the words big and but they were doing it with gas, right?
Yep.
These are big gas prices. And
yeah, I remember that.
yeah. I had to put this big gas into this in this big truck. So we kept saying it and having fun, and all of a sudden my mother-in-law forgets
Oh no.
gas and there's bad in it.
Oh no.
Mm-mm.
And it was hilarious.
Oh,
both the wife and I
no.
just laughed silly for about 5 minutes. It's like,
Ooh-wee.
no, it's big gas, Ma. Not bad. Oh, I cursed? Oh no. Oh man.
Oh help.
I remember that too.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that too. Oh Lord.
Yeah, because Kmart about a year before, there was a black guy that said, I just shipped my pants. I'm like, oh Lord. Or just shipped my bed. I'm like, oh Lord, okay.
Oh yeah.
Just teetering along the lines of using curse words to actually link the product together.
Oh gosh. I just shipped my bed.
Well, then they're trying to sell products that I guess if your private part stinks to be damned, like I seen this product for a female, and she was advertising it. I think it's called Lume, Lume, something like that.
Something like
Supposed
that.
to get rid of something like that, right? Supposed to get away your I put it like this: your frontal smell gets that away, and your Count Dracula, right?
Yeah.
Get rid of that smell too.
Yeah. Oh, it's supposed to do it for up to 12 hours. I've seen that commercial. Yeah.
Right. What happened to good old fashioned soap?
Yeah.
And water,
washcloth, and wash your ass.
Soap,
thoroughly.
water, washcloth, and at least 10 minutes in that bad boy. Yeah.
No, we ain't taking whole baths. We ain't got no whole. We ain't got no whole baths. We got to wash the whole thing thoroughly.
Yes.
Inside and out. Going back to Coming to America, the first movie with James Earl Jones. Make sure he is bathed thoroughly. Right. Make sure that downstairs, that's what she has in between her legs, is bathed thoroughly.
I want you to make sure
it's clean.
Decent attire.
Yes.
I want you to
Yes.
bathe thoroughly.
Yes. That woman can't with that cream say to anybody, your royal penis is cleaned. No.
Well, yeah, but see, that's natural because it was with water and soap, not that cream stuff.
Right.
Exactly.
Right.
So let's go back to washing your ass. I mean, you have everything you want to, buy online or go to the store, whatever. But get you some soap and some good warm to hot water, and wash thy ass.
It's
and
like
you'll feel better.
It's like
you feel much better.
It's like what the famous philosopher and storyteller Slick Rick said. Dave the dope fiend shooting in dope who don't know the meaning of water nor soap.
Exactly.
Oh Lord. And see, and Ryan's at it again. Cole,
no.
you ready?
Okay.
Hit it.
This edition of Here Comes the Boom Shakalaka is brought to you by Bronze God fedoras. For the man with the big dome who wants to look ultra fly, trust Bronze God fedoras.
Now that's nice. I can take that. That's nice. That's beautiful.
That will be in the rotation by Monday. I guarantee you.
Man, that's all right right there.
Look, Cole ain't the mad scientist for nothing. That will be in the rotation by next week. I guarantee it. Oh my gosh.
Bronze
I'm trying
God
to think.
fedoras.
I told you the story about I worked with Jimmy Walker, right? I think I told you that story already.
Yes.
Yeah, you did.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I saw him in these commercials, and I keep having these flashbacks of that. Selling
so
insurance or whatever the hell. And it's him and Joe Namath. The Joe Namath ones I can bear. But Jimmy Walker, yeah, they started getting low rotation.
Well,
and you can't tell me there's no God. Because now in their low rotation, that's great. But yeah, I have like post-traumatic stress disorder when I see him.
Well, I could take Joe Namath until he's trying to hit on Susie Colbert on air.
Well, see, nobody's perfect.
Hey, listen, he has to shoot his shot, man. He has to shoot his shot. I don't knock him for shooting his shot.
Drunk.
Listen, when you
three sheets to the wind,
the truth comes out when you're drunk. And he wanted to smash Susie.
Yeah,
I'm like Broadway, dude. No,
Broadway
no, not on air.
He wanted some.
Yes, he did. But I'm like, no, man. Get off.
It was
the sauce.
it was that obvious.
Yeah, get off the sauce, bro.
I'll tell you.
Well, it's Broadway Joe. He ain't getting off the sauce.
Exactly.
Well, see, I had this situation. As you know, I was a part of Street News Now.
Mm-hmm.
It was aired on Thursday night, so it was me and 5 other broadcasters or fellows.
Right.
And so I remember I had a female guest on because she was talking about, let's see, homes for military women who would come back from the military, have children, and they were displaced. So she was part of an organization to build homes for veteran women and their families.
Right.
So, and a very attractive woman at that. I've known her for years.
Mm-hmm.
And so when we had the link to bring her on, the guys that were on, but 2 of them, I won't name their names, but 2 of them actually been around a female before.
Oh no.
Really? And it was damn embarrassing. You ever watch going back to cartoons? You ever watch like the City Wolf and the Country Wolf, and they go to see the Red Riding Hood in the city?
Yes.
The country, yeah, that's slobber knocker.
Yeah.
That type of thing. Yeah, I was like, it's embarrassing. We're trying to do a serious topic here, and you're over there holding your Johnson. Remember that? Going back to lean on me. So they're in the lunchroom. Oh, you could be part of my lunch. A boy was like, sit down, boy, get your hormones straight. She ain't a hormone, man. She fly. That scene. And we're grown ass men and over there slobber knocking. And to the point where they started to hit on her. And I was like, time out. After the show, I said, that's not cool, man. Put it back in your pants. And again, if you cannot get it in real life, get some Jergens or aloe vera lotion and a towel and go to work.
And exit stage left before you do it. Yes.
Make sure you go to work. You don't want to chief.
That's what I say to that situation right there.
Aloe vera for your pleasure. Right.
Look, I understand that it is difficult when you see a wonderful looking woman in your midst, but nah, there's a time and a place for that, and you got to be professional, especially in that setting. No,
correct.
That's embarrassing.
Right. So I had to apologize for the guys who did it because, again, I just felt the fact that it should not have been done. But again, I'm trying to work with her, and she was on my show, and try to get her more exposure of being on the show with the guys. And like I said before, it's just that damn slobber knocking. It doesn't make any sense. I mean, the salivation that came out of their mouths, their carpet had to be drenched with water. It had to be drenched with human saliva.
I was about to say, so they were looking like, you know how you see bulldogs when they're hungry, or they,
yes,
or they sense food, they salivate,
right? Yeah,
and long slobber just drips,
and it hasn't hit the ground yet.
And hit the ground yet? Yeah.
My son has 2 dogs. Neither is a bulldog, but they're both like really, really big. Ferguson is a Rhodesian Ridgeback. When he gets hungry, you see the slobber. I mean, this is a big dog. And the puppy that he has, Jenny, is part Mastiff. So part Mastiff and part St. Bernard. So she's going to grow up to be a big dog. But I've seen them both hungry, and to match Chris Bass's description, all over the place.
Oh Lord. So yeah, so basically, Mr. Bass, you were saying that your colleagues at the time were like Darvin Ham to LeBron James. They wanted to ride your guest. Oh my gosh.
No. Yeah, I go along with that. Yeah, I go along. It was the damnedest shame.
Yes,
it's not just me.
He said
The damnedest is a shame. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Where's
it's
that song?
goddamn ridiculous.
Talking about right. Where is that song? Where is this song here? They wanted to do this. Anybody remember this song here?
Yeah, I remember that.
This is what they wanted to do. That's what they wanted her.
I was invited to my old stomping grounds at WVON Radio here in Chicago recently. And again, post-traumatic stress disorder. So I'm thinking about memories that happened before in my skull. So when I was doing baseline on WVON, it was at midnight going into early Monday morning. From midnight to 2, and then from 2 to 4, they were trying to extend local programming. There was a sports show on, ironically, before me. That was on from 10 p.m. to midnight. I was on everybody did 2-hour blocks on midnight to 2 and such forth. So this new guy, come on the scene doing a show at 2 a.m. I was told his name was Coach. That was his nickname. So Coach was a caller that called into all the radio shows, and the boss wanted to meet with him. And she and him had a conversation to the point where she was giving him his own show. I said, well, hey, these things happen. Good for him. So my PD was telling me, program director, like, look, it's his first day. Could you do me a favor and sit in with him on his first day, and then he'll be good after that? So he's kind of nervous. Okay, cool, not a problem. I'm a team player. So I do my show from midnight to 2, sit in with Coach from 2 a.m. to 4 a.m.
Right.
Did the thing, 4 a.m. Look, brother, hey, congratulations on the show. I'll see you next week. You gonna be with me next week? Well, I'll see you because my show ends at 2 and yours begins at 2. Wait a minute, you're not gonna sit in with me? No, this is a one-time shot. I'm sitting in with you because I was told you were nervous and I helped you for your maiden voyage, and that's that. I'll do the show by myself. Wait. Who told you? What the hell do people tell you? Well, yeah, they told me I do it by myself, but this is hard.
No shish.
No, Sherlock.
The man had no broadcast experience whatsoever. None.
Oh, no.
Just some Negro off the street that was giving the show. Some random Negro you can pick for yourself. It doesn't matter who or what he is. He'd be waiting for a bus or scratching his ass or waiting for an Uber. It doesn't matter. Just some random Negro.
Random Negro off the street.
Give him a show.
And they snatched him up and they gave him a show.
Right. That rhymes. The Negro Show. That's pretty much what it should have been called.
Oh, no.
The Random Negro Show. That's what it should have been entitled. The Random Negro Show. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
And so I'm beside myself. I'm like, well, look, brother, look, I don't know what your situation is. Once again, congratulations. Can you give me some advice? How to do talk radio? Are you kidding me, Negro? He said it with a straight face.
Random Negro Show.
The Random Negro Show, starring Coach at the time.
I think that would be cool.
Oh my God.
I think that'd be a cool show's name.
You actually are thinking about this as an idea wise?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
The Random Negro Show.
Yes.
You might have random Negroes hosting every week.
Right. Yeah. Random, like, did you pick off the street? Hey, you want to host a show?
Negro, you want to host a show?
Yeah. Okay, what do I do?
Oh, hell yeah. I'll pick the bummiest of the bums.
And who would want to
fifth? Can I get a fifth of wine if I do this?
Listen, you get some blackberry brandy quickly.
And who would want to?
You want some white Irish rose?
I want that too.
And who would want to listen to that shit? And who would want to listen to that shit?
Some night train.
Somebody would.
No, who would want to listen to that show?
Yeah, Negroes out there want to listen to it.
Penis water.
What Negroes don't want to listen to some random Negroes?
I don't want to hear no dumb Negro speaking on a mic.
Yeah, we got half of them already on sports radio as it is.
That's what I'm saying. Exactly.
Man, that'll be.
I want to hear
And they're
bass.
actually getting paid for it.
I want to hear bass of Brian or Wise because you all have sense and you all actually know the English language.
Oh no! Look at Victor's comment, folks. Look at that.
We already have that, Wise. It's Ray Ray from LPN. Yeah,
True.
It's true. He's right. But yeah, but you know what, Victor? Ray Ray says
You're fired.
What was it? The first time, Cole, you did that, what did I say to you? I never heard a Southern Hood rat until you did that voice for the first time. And I lived in the South twice. Both times in North Carolina.
Mm.
Oh, Lordy.
I've heard it since I was spat out of my mother's womb, man.
Mm.
And
Oh,
to
boy.
finish
The
the story,
Random Negro Show.
so
Random-
I get a
yes, go ahead.
call. I get a call from my PD like that Monday afternoon, and he says, "Yeah, coach told me the exchange you had." I said, "Well, those are the exchange. That's y'all hired him." So he says, "Well, look, is it possible that you can instruct him and teach him?"
I knew it.
So he can
I
get
knew
better.
it.
I said, "Okay, well, I'll do that, and I charge $25 an hour."
Good job.
Because
that's right.
I'm an instructor. I have taught this. I have, as a matter of fact, me and a colleague of mine at Columbia College Chicago, we rewrote the curriculum for talk radio ourselves and taught it as a dual instructor situation. So I know what I'm talking about. So I got to be charged. Go back and tell your boss that, errand boy. And so he did that. And then he came back and told me, well, two things.
On second.
Coach has been fired, and so have you.
Oh,
So
wow.
have you.
So have you. Oh, that's messed up.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Really?
Yeah.
That's foul.
Well, I know the boss from.
Negro got a show.
Well, yeah, but he was fired too because he couldn't handle it.
Yeah, but you was fired because you didn't want to. I'm saying what do you expect?
You
gotta get paid for your
actually know
services.
that. You actually know this. You actually know the stuff. You actually know what to do.
So yeah.
Okay, so it's natural for you to charge for your services, and
As
they didn't
you
want to
should,
pay you.
yeah. As you should.
Right.
Yeah, I'm saying the Hook a Horse charge for their services.
Yeah, they do, and they do a lot.
Yes,
they do. They're
Nice.
very
Ni-
talented.
ni-
I never,
Nice
never
setup, Wise.
I never knocked the Hook a Horse talent skills, and so that's great. They work hard. They're on their hands and knees.
They work hard for the money.
Oh God! Now Donna Summers in
So
my head.
hard for honey.
Oh,
Deep.
They work hard for the money, so you better treat her right.
all right.
Yes.
And now those horns. That. Damn.
And I'm telling you, and it's the nonsense that I've always disliked in this industry. It's just random Negroes, like I said before, and people who don't have a clue. They don't have the sense that God gave a grapefruit, but they're in positions of programming and power, and they just don't get it. They don't get it.
Have the sense
Speaking
of
of
a grapefruit.
Speaking
Oh,
of someone who I think does not have the sense that God gave a grapefruit, Ryan, I was going to say a Deshaun Watson joke, but I figured the topic would be touchy. I'll just leave. Oh my gosh.
Oh, Mr. McCoffey.
Really,
Mr.
Ryan?
McCoffey.
I can't do it.
Mr. McCoffey.
I can't do it.
Really, Ryan?
Damn you, Ryan.
Oh my gosh.
I have been asked maybe over 7 times over the years to write a book, but I'm not inspired to write a book. I mean, I thought about it. I had the chapters laid out in my head. The first person told me was, if you're going to do it, just write everything out, then put it together later on. I don't want to, because I don't like reliving that crap. like the Random Negro Show, for example. It pains.
Listen, I got I have the perfect name for the book.
Oh no!
What?
What is it? Was?
Go ahead.
Oh no!
It's his title. What are you talking about? It's
you who is stating the title.
What?
It's you,
the Bronze God. No, what?
Yeah, it's you, Mr. Just Blaze, with the title. Yes.
That's the name of the book, The Bronze God.
Oh.
That's all.
What's the subtitle?
Redeemer of Hook of Horrors.
Does that answer your question?
I'll do it.
Redeemer of Hook of Horrors. The Chris Bates story.
Man,
the Bronze God story.
It's just hard to relive those type of memories, and you have to do it. Like another story, real quick. So I'm back at WLS AM radio here in Chicago, and I was a producer before I became a host. So I remember they were auditioning various hosts to possibly get a gig at the radio station. So there's one they did 3-hour shifts at the time to audition. So the main thing is not about calls; it's about information, personality driven. That's really what it's about as a host.
Yeah.
So he or she would go in there and they said, don't worry about the phone calls. The phone calls will come in time. Or if they don't, you're auditioning to see how skill level you are. So there's one guy auditions and he's panicking. Every break. I mean, he does, for example, you sign on at hour 06 past the hour. You do your monologue until 20 past the hour, do the weather break, spot break, come back in afterwards, break at the bottom of the hour, and then go all the way to 50 past the hour, and then that'll take you on to the top and such forth. So, having said about the clock, we'll talk about in the talkback system. Hey man, anybody calling? And I would talk back. Hey man, ain't nobody calling. And they would freak usually, and they would freak out because they use the callers as a crutch.
Of course.
Ain't nobody calling. Don't worry about that. Just do your thing.
Establish yourself first.
Establish yourself.
Right. But again, see, they're used to listening from a listener's perspective. So you're not in host mode, you're in listener mode, and that's where you screw up at. Oh man, when I heard calls before, don't worry about the calls before. This is you in real time. Just do the job. Sell the topic. Give your opinion. Make it personality driven. And if you don't have any personality driven to anyway, then you won't get the damn job. You won't get it. I just seen so many people crash and burn. That really got my ire up. I figured if these knuckleheads can come in and do this and waste time, I know it's my time coming up because I can do it. Like anybody else, when you have the confidence in yourself and you know it's your time, then you go. But man, these assholes, man, they go in there and just, I mean, it was just watching somebody die a slow death.
Very slow.
Yeah.
Very slow.
Wow.
Very,
the phone calls calling in yet? No, leave me the hell alone.
Thank you.
Just let me push the buttons. Like you said before, push the damn button. Let me push the damn buttons for the break, and we'll come back and do. Oh man, I'm tired. Man, F you. How about you tired? You have the opportunity of a lifetime and you tired because nobody's calling in. Man, that's a go back to hell moment.
Yes, it is.
Go back to hell.
Yes, it is.
No.
I learned all that at Chicago State University because folks would ask me, are you afraid of the phone calls? I said, screw the phone calls. The director gave me something that I know very well, which is sports, and he just said, go with it. Let's see what you can do. So I did. And that first shift, I talked Bears, I talked White Sox, and I even slipped in a little bit of the Blackhawks. And I must have shocked a lot of Negroes when I brought up the Blackhawks.
Of course.
And you can put 2 and 2 together as to why. Because I actually knew the names, I knew the positions, I knew what center ice was, and
what, a Negro talking hockey?
Yes,
it's that most important,
and lots. And the bad part is, I talked one of the most fierce rivalries at the time in the 90s, Blackhawks and Blues. I talked Blackhawks and Blues.
What's the name of the hockey team from Chicago again?
Chicago Blackhawks.
Say the first word before Hawks.
Black.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's it. That's it. That's all.
Yeah, that's it, and that's all.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it, and that's all for this. That's Chris Bates, the incomparable, the legendary Chris Bates, as he joins us every single Friday. You don't know what this man's going to talk about, but I guarantee you'll be laughing at the end of the time. Bates, we love you, brother. Thank you so much for this.
Love you guys more. Everybody in the comment section. Enjoy the weekend. Enjoy your weekend, fellas. As always, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you so much.
I will be tuning in tonight, Base. Don't worry.
Oh, thank you. Yeah.
Same here.
Exactly. Well, real quick before I go, I have one addendum. Let's see, it'll be 6:30 Eastern, 5:30 p.m. Central. People have been telling me I can't sing for years. And we're going to take care of that once and for all. So I'm going to have some people on that are going to verify the fact that I can sing. It will be real quick, Lisa London, and also Val Young from the West Coast, and also the great Lee Michaels, because Lee Michaels was the one that introduced me to the world of music. So I'm going to have all of them on today to sell the fact that I can sing. I can sing.
Love it.
So let's get out the way. It's going to be fantastic. Come on and enjoy the docile tones of me. And if your ears bleed, it ain't my fault.
The mind I lost.
I lost it. Thank you, Bass. We love you, brother.
Thank you
so much.
Don't soil this program by putting crap on it. Joe Buck, I cannot take him. I just no dice. I'm glad Carlos Boozer finally took the kiwi off his face. It should be on your shoes, not your face. It's kiwi shoe polish, for God's sake. LeBron should come clean about his age. I wish baby Jesus that I had alcohol in this container, because I need some after watching Screaming Nate Smith.
Baby Jesus? Really?
6 pounds, 7 ounces. Go tell 5 of your friends and 8 of your enemies that Chris Bates will be in the air.
How does he do it?
I don't know.
Every damn time.
I don't know.
How does he do it?
I don't know. See, I think whenever he's on the show, I think all three of us, and maybe in the chat, we're like this.
Because we take this job so serious.
The f is that? Sorry, pardon me. My apologies.
What in the all types of blue hell?
This is Snowman in the Morning with Cole Johnson.
I hate you for that. As true as you are, I absolutely abhor you for that.
Then I have done my job. Thank you.
That you have. This afternoon, 3 p.m. Eastern, Brian Snow Show will wrap up the week with Mike Debate. We'll talk NFL playoffs, and we'll have a fresh week on Monday, with the day that the Cowboys get obliterated by the Buccaneers. So until then, for Wise El Jefe, for Cool Sports with a Z, have a great weekend. God bless. Remember to make your next move your best move, and always remember, God help me, if your dreams don't scare you,
then you're taking them.
Why that one seemed like a little bit extra longer and shit?
That's terrible.
That L took like a little bit extra long. I was like,
because it's Friday.
Oh gosh,
That's absolutely why. Because it's Friday.
Oh,
simply put. Enjoy the games this weekend, folks. We're out of here. See you Monday.
Peace out.